Hey guys, Khalif here, back with another video just for you. Today I am talking about a topic near and dear to my heart. A lot of people ask me, how did you go through such massive change in such a short period of time? They wonder how I went from addicted and unhappy and anxious and broke and depressed to sounds bad. I guess it was. Whatever, it's fine. I'm good now. To really happy and focused and calm and lacking anxiety and really building a business and creating the life that I want for myself. And I usually say, well, I decided. And that's like a really cool answer. I love telling people that. It was all about decision. Last week's video was about decision. And so that's true. I did decide and then I took action. And a lot of people want to know, what actions did you take? And that's the actual topic of today's video. The answer is that I immersed myself, I immersed my mind in a new way of thinking and a new way of seeing the world. So what does that mean? Well, anytime you want to learn something new, it's better to be consumed by it and immersed in it so that it's all that you see and all that you know than it is to dabble. So let's take Spanish. If you're in high school taking Spanish for 1 hour per day, 5 days a week, and you're never speaking outside, you're going to develop some level of familiarity with the language, but you're not going to attain true fluency. True fluency will come if you go and live in a Spanish-speaking country and you're forced to hear and repeat and communicate in that language all the time. So when you're trying to reach a goal, or really when you're trying to develop yourself as a person, you've got to immerse yourself in the types of material, both written and audio, that will allow you to create in your mind a new language, your new language about your life and your success. So for me, it was an interesting process. First, I read the book, The Secret, and that got me thinking, oh, I can change my thoughts and change my life? Well, that seems a little bit strange, but I'll try it. And after reading The Secret, I watched The Secret. And this movie was also very interesting. And I liked the illustrations and I liked, seeing the people talk and being engaged. And so I started watching The Secret. But I didn't just watch it one time. I watched it on repeat. I found that and a couple other really positive documentaries on Netflix. One was called I Am. The other one was called Happy. And literally for days, I watched those three shows. I wasn't watching TV all the time, but when I turned it on, it was something like that. It was to reinforce my new way of thinking, that happiness is a choice, that I can be happy, and that I can change my life and cure all of my problems if I'll just change the way that I think. And then I went to YouTube and I found a speech by Les Brown called You Gotta Be Hungry. And that speech had gold in it for me. And when I was building my business, I sat at my desk, I put on that speech, and I listened to the speech sometimes 6 or 7 times a day. Something was there for me in that speech that started to change the way that I talked to myself. And every once in a while, I would find myself wavering, and it would be lines from the speech that came back. Eventually, that voice became my voice. And this is true for anything you're trying to do. If it's an idea that you want to start pursuing, and you're not sure if that idea is for you, immerse yourself in the research and the study of that idea. Get that idea to live within you. Make it part of who you are. You don't lose a language generally when you're immersed in it. And when you immerse your way in a new way of thinking, in a new way of doing things, in a new way of approaching the world, it doesn't go away. It would be hard to change my programming again. It would be hard to make me an addict, sad or depressed, take away my joy or happiness. That's going to be a challenge. It's probably impossible. And I'm going to say that it is impossible because that's what my immersion has taught me, that it's all within my control. So if I decide to be unhappy, I will be. I can find some reasons, I guess, if I were looking really hard to be unhappy, but it's never where I'm going to go. And immersion doesn't only go with, what you're reading and what you're listening to. It's also about your environment. You'll see behind me that I have my vision board, which has a lot of pictures of the beach. In front of me, what you can't see is a big picture of the beach. In my bathroom, it's all beach-looking stuff. Why? I want to live at the beach. Even this tank top. I'm wearing this because every day I wake up and I'm going to the beach because I know that my future is going to be living on the coast. That's one of my big goals. And so as I walk around my house, I'm always reminded what I'm working for. When I look at my mirrors in my bathroom, they all have quotes or sayings or something on them. So I cannot get away from positive thinking. I cannot get away from my goals. I cannot get away from my dreams. They are everywhere. They're in here and they're all around me. So if you really want to have positive change in your life, you've got to immerse yourself in personal development. Find something to read. Don't read it once. Read it 3 or 4 times until it really sticks in you. Find something to listen to or a few things to listen to. I make playlists on YouTube and I listen to those same playlists over and over and over until I get what I need out of that. You have to commit yourself to this process in order to get the results that you want. So, you can listen to my stuff over and over again. I don't know if I have enough of it, but I would suggest Tony Robbins. I would suggest Les Brown. I would suggest Bob Proctor. I would suggest Jim Rohn. Get those guys in your head. Change the voice in your head. Change how you see the world, and everything that you see in the world will change. I hope that works for you. It worked very, very well for me. Come back next week, another video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I said, I don't know if this is on Facebook or on YouTube, but find me on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and always feel free to contact me if you have any questions about how I was able to do what I do or what I do now. Thanks a lot. Bye.